Oh, Robro's in the house, mate. There's something wrong because I can't see it on my end. Um, I cannot see this on my end. Well, if you guys are in, I just don't know why I can't see shit. Um, Let me just try. Otherwise, I'll just have to go blind and hope that we don't lose connection or something. Um, uh, it's very, very bizarre. Oh, about bloody time. Nah, it still won't open on me. It's wild. Here we go. Oh, there we are. Okay. Uh, sorry about that. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe could be the new iOS. Did the old update on that, and uh, yeah, trouble with the YouTube load. Okay, so it wasn't just me. It was good the first, second, and now the third. Yeah, it just wasn't showing up on my stuff. Um, yeah, random. Yeah, okay. Yeah, hence there was nothing there, and then it was like telling me it was scheduled for later. I was like, mate, I ain't doing it later. So I didn't manage to get it in the description. I'm going to write it down here now for us. We're going to do some. We're going to do some power strokes. Okay. The first one's going to be, where are we? 5 and 5 at 2022. And then the second one's going to be 5 and 5, 2022, but we're going to go about 15 to 20 drag. Drag, no, not 30. I'm going to go there. And then number 3, we're going to go 10 at 22. We're also going to add some drag on that. Okay. God, this is crazy. Righto. Yeah, elephant in the room. I saw, I think it was Doug's comment saying the Sparky had done something. Well, the lights, I still don't, I've only got festoon lighting in here again. The reason this is here is because I set up my golf simulator. Great fun. Shit, it's great fun. But also with this, because I obviously haven't insulated this wall yet between us, we still have a lot of light. So that could be something that's going to happen this week. And then the great thing about this is because I've got my projector up, I might be able to put our workouts and stuff up and just have them like here. So hopefully they get seen. Depends on whether my body and everything gets in the way of it. But should be a bit of a laugh. But ultimately, because I want to do some private coaching and stuff with people, I'll then have this in big screen. We've got 3 meters here, so then I'll actually be able to see some technique pretty well, like as if it was live. Which I think that's one of the things, right? Is that we talk about it, we do it, but ultimately, indoor rowing's growing in a space, but we need to be able to have some coaching, people there or doing it to be able to talk about it. And hence why, I'm going to start getting into that space. And so we'll be able to watch people live, real time, and then talk to you about it as you're doing it, that type of thing, seeing what happens. So hence why I've got the setup. It just still a work in progress. I'm sure anybody that's done renovations or other bits and pieces will know exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. But no, today I wanted to go back to doing just a little bit of resistance work. We as I say, we throw these in here, but I am a big believer in how beneficial they can be. And if we're doing them well and we're doing them properly, what is it doing to our bodies and our development? And hence why on a session like today, we're not going to go crazy rating, but obviously because we're using the damper setting on the flywheel, if we increase that damper setting, then obviously the air just escapes quicker. Flywheel slows down faster, right? The deceleration of the flywheel is quicker, which means that what we're doing around the front of the stroke is what the focus is for today, okay? And how we're coming into the front, engaging our bodies and engaging our core, getting the speed of that pickup, and figuring out what I always talk about, which is trying to engage the body in a sense of a hang, right? The tension that we're using is the body's natural elasticity, okay, and hang tension by using the muscles which in our working groups, right? Our quads, our hammies, our glutes, but we're holding that body in a frame which allows us then, as we use these muscle groups to press ourselves away from the front, we've got the engagement through the body and we're trying to resist the temptation to make it feel heavy, okay? Because we're going to have the resistance. But we have to make sure that as we're coming out of that front and we're getting that drive through, that we've got this, the feeling is like, the easiest way to describe it is really like strung out, right? It's like, like everything's out that way. But these groups are the ones that are producing the power, okay? And so while these are producing the power, the rest of this body, which is hanging and taking this pickup from the front through here, and as we get that sequence of the stroke and the body starts to come in with it as well, we've got the pressure from the drive, we've got the pressure with the body coming through, okay? And then we get that hang and we just come through to the finish and we do it all over again, okay? And so this type of workout, as I say, there's about 1,000,001 different bloody workouts that we could do. And obviously some of them are really good to increase the rating so that we feel that sort of pressure as we get the speed up. Whereas this is a really good just resistance training session, okay? And it allows us to focus on that technique. We will become stressed slightly because of the extra pressure, okay, that we're putting on because of the settings of the machine, okay? But it shouldn't be super difficult that we're like, man, I'm just absolutely wearing myself down. And this is why a right balanced program when you're on the rowing machine, which has a mixture of everything, tempo work, endurance stuff, power strokes, speed work, the whole works, right? Anaerobic stuff. If we mix that all together, we get a fantastic model, okay, which is really beneficial to ourselves and just is perfect for that development, okay? Right, just get these AirPods and stuff out of the pockets, and then we'll get into a bit of a warm-up, okay? So warm-up, as always, as you see in the chat, that's our workout for the day. Sorry, because of all of this, I'll get the whiteboard on a stand, or hopefully I might be able to get it into a position that we have it on the screen. But like we've got a lot of technology stuff to concern ourselves about first. Right, let me no, wrong one. That one there. That one there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh! And then I go and lose it all. There we are. Hopefully. We're still there? Oh, mate. I'm having like an absolute mozza today. Hey, one of these things, it's just like, what are you doing, Eric? What are you doing? Okay, perfect. Put it there. Okay, warm-up time. Nice relaxation. Okay, loose, limber. Getting ourselves just started with the way that we want to progress through this workout. Okay, so obviously the start of it is our focus on elasticity, momentum, getting our engagement with our sequencing and structure, and just developing that over these 5 or 6 minutes. Okay? Really nice and loose. So say the sequence in both directions. We've got obviously this drive. We're holding this hang. But then on the flip side, for our recovery, okay, not holding ourselves too far back, okay, getting nice position, especially to start, feeling this change in direction. Okay, continuous movement. Okay, nice pattern. Having a look at our setup, just making sure that we are supple in our knees, that we are starting the recovery with the arms, okay? So we're not sort of coming straight across with the body. Remembering that these arms are our connector to the machine, okay? The hands, the arms, feeling them hanging under our armpits, and then allowing this motion of our drive and the sequence through the drive to get us back to this finished position. Okay, one of the thought processes as well, you know, we talk about a catch and a finish, but remembering they're only really, I guess, focal points, because at both those positions we're changing direction. But we have to try and remember that the aim is to make this as smooth and as consistent as we possibly can. Okay, so not coming in to then really rip it out. Okay, it's a double thought process. Same with the finish, we're going to be bringing it in to then start the recovery. We're trying to mold these together so that it's continuous, it's patient, and obviously we're working for it as well. You know, I don't need to tell you, we're going to produce the power that we can produce to manage what we are capable of achieving. Okay, so just here starting to really feel the press where we should be a lot warmer, a lot more elastic. Supple body movements, keeping that elasticity. Okay, just do a half a dozen more here. Really feel our changing directions. Press. Good. Hands, feet, and seat. Right, one more. Beautiful. Shit, poetry in motion, tell ya. Okay, so remember what we're going to focus on today. Find those little things that we want to work on, identify, okay, and just get a feeling for, I guess, our rating of how we think we're doing it. Okay, 1 out of 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Where do you think you sit? Okay, and it's being able to do this no matter what we do, so that we come out of it and we say, you know what? Fuck, what a shitty day. I've been up all night, did this, blah, blah, blah. Hard week at work, did this, okay. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to produce my best work today. But what are we trying to achieve? What are we trying to identify? What are the little bits we're like, actually, yeah, okay, I can see where I'm, feel like I'm going wrong. And then that's what we're going to work on, okay? So the important parts, especially once we put that damper up, is about what we do around. So we're not coming in to go, fuck, it's going to be heavy. Okay, we're really wanting to hold that posture. Okay, see what we can hold. Okay, in terms of that structure, and especially through that drive, and then allowing these really to just drive through here. We hang through that middle, swing back. Okay, with that body, and repeat. Okay, so we'll go on normal drag. We'll probably go up about one, and like I've said, 15 to 20. Okay, I'm probably, because it's only 3 sessions, I think 1.5 numbers or something is probably a good idea, so that we should finish 3 numbers up. This first set, we're just going to do 5 minutes at 20 and 22. This one here is just really getting a gauge on our rhythm, focusing on the technique. That second one, when we raise the drag, we do exactly the same ratings again, 5, 5, 20, 22. And then the last one, we're just going to do a 22 rating, but we've gone up again. It's just really about moving, really about feeling, okay? Perfect. Bob's your uncle. Okay, righto, here we go. Select new workout, intervals, time, whip that up to 10 minutes. Okay, set the rest time to 1 minute, plenty of time for rest. We'll just leave that flashing for a second, wait for the crowd to come on board. Okay, so let's press that checkbox. Just going to change my thing on the side here. Okay, there we go. Right. Are you ready? 5 minutes at 20, 5 at 22. Are you ready? Go. Right, build that speed. And be comfortable knowing that it'll take 5 or 10 strokes to get us moving. And then just settle into this rhythm here. Okay, we've got 20 rate. Feel the ratios of the drive, nice, consistent recovery, one speed. Okay, really good, nice. Really good patience. Remember this recovery speed, we want it to feel like it's one speed into the front with the body compression, putting those brakes on for us, okay? Nice. Even now at this 20, focus this change in direction around the front. Remembering that lawnmower analogy, that spinning top. We can't grab it at the front, okay? It's detrimental to the whole summation of forces, okay, through that drive. But we need to have a nice feeling of what we're doing, how we come out of the catch. Okay, the rhythm and the focus, the drive, feeling those feet with their pressure on the footboard as the big muscles just press and extend that body out from that compressed position. Okay, we get elastic and natural length just by getting into position on the recovery. Okay, there. We don't have to force ourselves to try and feel like we're getting out to length. Okay, be comfortable. Momentum around the finish. Soften the pop and then just travel forward. One speed. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Continuous. We've got patience here. Got the flow. Good. Eight long arms. Remembering this. The sockets, the lats, trying to keep that hang feeling. Okay? Trying to resist that sort of tightness we get in our shoulders. Right, up two. Remembering, just move that a little bit quicker. Okay? So our speed out of the front. We get our legs trying to accelerate just a tad quicker. Our hang speed replicates. We draw it in a little bit quicker, means the speed out is a little bit faster. Okay, speed in, speed out. And then we have our travel forward. Still thinking one pace. While he puts the brakes on. Good. Okay, nice momentum. And now we've got our flywheel moving at a pace. We just roll in to then pick that speed and look to maintain it. Okay? Smooth transition around the front. Nice long arms with me. That's really good. And we've got a nice motion here. Slow. Patience. Okay, very good. Okay, let's feel these feet again. When we compress, we feel the compression, flexibility in our ankles. Okay. See, just rolls up. Don't go any further. Okay, body's put it to where it can go. Nice. Good. Nice motion. Perfect. Okay, last minute here. Really keep this swing going. So take up around the front and then the drive through the stroke. Okay, holding the pressure, feeling the sequence, not segregating the different legs, body, arms. Okay, really smooth overlay. Okay, we've got that hang resistance. So try and make it smooth right through that drive. Okay, lovely. Okay, good start. Gives us that time to think about our form, think about the parts we're working on. Okay, now we'll increase that resistance and do the same. Okay. Okay, so up a couple of, well, one and a half numbers, depends how brave you are. Okay. Same ratings again. Okay. Accept the resistance. Okay, here we go. And start off. Just be elastic to start. Don't overreach because you're going to have this extra tension out the front. Just feel it here for this first bit, okay? You can feel that resistance, really that inability to feel like you've got this really nice acceleration through the drive, okay? So this is where we think about our posture, the hang, but just holding a little bit more, focus in those parts, but then letting our big muscle groups, okay, just do the power for us. Okay, they're the ones creating the pressure. These other parts hold the feeling, okay? So here, right, okay, smooth. Feeling the press, feeling we're holding that hang. Oh, nice. Good rhythm. Swing. They're really good. Okay, so we should be dialing in now. Body's become accustomed to the speed of the drive with this resistance we've put on ourselves. So breathe into it, okay?